Hello, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir, can I call you?
You have his number?
I checked on your just call.
Yeah, yeah. Please give him a call.
Okay, sir.
Please, please do.
Sir, can you please check? He said he is requested. It is showing they will let you in.
Yeah, it is showing now. I'll add him. Perfect.
Hey, hi Neil.
Hi, hi Raghu. How are you?
I'm good, Neil. Can you hear me, see me?
Yes, yes. Thank you for getting on the video as well.
Absolutely, sure. Hi,
Yeah.
Swami, you one who called, I believe.
Akansha, who is the one? She.
Akanksha was calling. Oh, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
all right, yeah.
So there.
Yeah, so I had to forward to my work laptop and then I had to jump in, so it took a minute. Yeah.
No worries, no worries. Yes, yes, yes. Good time to chat.
Yes, absolutely. Let's get rolling.
Yes, yes. So I have Akansha and Soumya on the call. They are part of the business consulting that is welcoming new clients on board. And then we have other three members who is part of the client engagement, which is once we understand and collect your requirements, as we had a brief call earlier in the morning, then they will be part of ensuring that they list down all the vehicle options, connect with multiple dealerships, get all the equations up to the mark, and ensure that you have a pleasant experience till the final touch point. And then we have digital marketing team, then we have a tech team, etc. So like that, the entire team is bifurcated on the business front.
Got it.
Okay. Coming to our discussion, as you mentioned that you are looking for a particular vehicle, you are not sure yet which one you are looking at. So before we can understand and collect your requirements, I'll just take a minute to get on a visual aspect, which is how we have listed down all different make and models, what are the options we curate, and how we take the client engagement forward. So allow me to share a screen. I'll take one of the examples of a particular client of ours where we have got the explicit permission to share their working document. And then like that, we have multiple clients where after the engagement is complete, sometimes we request, is it okay if we use it for our future presentation, like the one which we are doing today? And if you are comfortable, then we share that screen. If we are not comfortable, then we do not do it. So like that, this is one of our clients. Her name is Medi. She was looking for a Toyota RAV4, showing you something which might be relevant or applicable to what we might be looking at. And so we understand what is the range that is that you're looking for: a new pre-owned certified one, Toyota RAV4, trim level, miles driven, packages, drivetrain, color preferences, interior color, must have. So she was very, very particular. The reason I'm showing is that as we will be focusing on the price, she was also very particular at the price, that it has to be at MSRP. That means that Toyota RAV4 at that time when she was engaged with us, it was being sold above MSRP, that is above the listed price, because of high demand and very less supply, which was just after completion of COVID. So sometimes client give us a challenge that I want this car at this particular price. We'll continue on this, but just giving you another current live example of our client based out of California. He is looking for a Porsche Panamera. He worked in the automotive insurance sector for 10 years, and he said that I want the gray exterior with red interior, available within California, less than 80,000 miles driven, under $50,000, right? Which is a super uphill battle, like a Panamera less than like 50 grand. And we have been completely doing market research. We have reached out to 114 Porsche dealerships in the country, right? And we are completely on our toes and everything. Two vehicles came in the market which met his requirement, and we did the outreach. We initiated the negotiation, but within less than 12 hours, it got sold. So we don't take no for an answer. We are continuously doing that market research, and we provide him a weekly updates because he's a person where he is not focused to buy the car right away, and he also knows that the car what he's expecting is ranging at around $80,000, which we have done a pricing analytics and have given it to him. But he said that, guys, you continue doing the research. If we find something like a needle from the haystack, it's great. Otherwise, we'll see down the road. So sometimes we have people like that. So we have worked with multiple different options, multiple different requirement, multiple different set of expectations. So the zip code is what we'll collect because that becomes a starting point, and also it helps us collect the accurate amount of taxes, title, license, and registration, so that the quotation what we review and discuss, we can compare apples to apples between all different dealerships when we are collecting the final pricing. And then she mentioned that she was looking for the vehicle as soon as possible at the MSRP. That being said, this is all the listings what we did. So we list down everything, year, make, and model, and this were all the features what she was expecting. So even it's not just like, okay, give me a Toyota RAV4. If that's the case, then if it's too easy, clients directly do it, right? But sometimes they have so much packages, so many trim levels, so many particular feature requirement that they give us an exhaustive list. And what our team will do is will mark those particular set of requirements in a dedicated columns to ensure that we are able to cater to that. And these are some things not available directly online. So for each particular listings, what we find, we literally like stay on the call with the dealership for 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to ensure that we are able to collect the information of what our client is looking for. And we just don't again take their word for it. We ask them to send a photo or send the build or a window sticker, send a video of the vehicle to cross verify and ensure that it's a correct information presented to us. Now, once we collect all this information, as I mentioned, we collect the window sticker, exterior color, interior color, online price, miles driven if it is a pre-owned one, which is a dealership. We look at the Carfax link to ensure that if how many owners are there, how many times it has been driven before, if there is any accident status on the particular vehicle, whom we are reaching out at the dealership, whether it is available or not, what is the availability comment, whether it is there at the lot, whether it is in transit, whether it's just being traded in. That means it will go into the service facility to get it refreshed and serviced properly, and then it will be available in the market in the next 7 to 10 working days. So any kind of availability aspect which is there, we look into that. Then we look at what is the initial OTD, which is the taxes, title, license, registration price. So now you can see apple to apple comparison we can do as it is getting documented and as multiple members are working on it. So here at Car Concierge Pro, we don't take car buying emotionally. We take car buying or car leasing process very mathematically and rationally to ensure that you are getting the best value for money. On a personal note, last year I also wanted to buy my second pre-owned vehicle. I didn't do it myself. I told my team to take care of it because even though as I've incepted and as I've started my business, I know that buying a car can become sometimes emotional decision. And getting a car is the second largest purchase in someone's life after buying or renting a house. So, in that case, we want to make sure that every dollar counts, and that is the process what we have deployed here. So, then we get the initial quotation, what is the sales price, got the pricing on test. I even have created a standard operating procedure where I informed my team that you have to mention whether you are getting the price in writing, either on text, email, phone call, whatever the mode of communication is. So we have a frame of reference. What does the negotiation look like? Once we do this initial search, then we do something called value for money. In this, we compare all the listing price, the total out the door price, what we have got, the MSRP on the vehicle, what is the depreciation on MSRP if it is a pre-owned one, what was the listed price when it was brand new, what is the current price, how much money it has been depreciated in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years, etc. And then how many miles it has been driven, how far it is from your zip code. It is also very, very important to know because every mile which is away from your zip code, it is $1 per mile for us to get that vehicle shipped to your doorstep. If in case if you're not flying to pick up that vehicle. So for us, at the end of the day, if a dealership next door, which is about 20 miles, is offering you at $38,000, and if a dealership which is about 500 miles is offering you at $36,000, then only we would recommend to get the vehicle shipped because it will only add $500. But if that is also offering at $37,000, sometimes we feel, oh, it's $1,000 in savings, but then we don't factor in the shipping costs, the logistics costs, and etc. So all those variables, we incorporate that into it. Also, we compare the financing rate or the leasing rate. So that way, it's not just what is the initial number we are getting, but what is the total cost of ownership on the vehicle the moment we are able to get the keys in our hand. So every single dollar value is been calculated and compared and then eventually finally negotiated. So all the key,
So
yeah, please go ahead.
just one quick question
Yes,
on the, let's say if this 630 miles, right?
yeah,
That's like interstate kind of a
interstate.
thing.
Yeah.
So who gets it? Like, how is it shipped?
Yeah, so it is getting shipped by a third party shipping company. There are multiple shipping
Because it
companies.
may take days or weeks for
No,
the
it
shipping.
it takes less than 2 days. We live in such a rapid pace.
Right.
Just live example, one of our client based out of New York. You're based out of New Jersey, I believe, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he was in New York, and we found him the vehicle in Colorado, which is almost the west coast. He got his vehicle in less than 72 hours. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
so we give him
So
all.
it is driven or shipped.
Driven, road to road. Yeah. If it is like
Okay. So
air cargo, then it will be super expensive. Then the
correct.
cost of shipping will be even more than the cost
No,
of the
not
vehicle.
air cargo, but usually these shipping trucks will be there, right? So which will have those cars lined up,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Those
they
shipping trucks.
pool and all.
Correct. So those large trucks which you see on the freeway or the
Ah.
interstate highway, right? In that, 7 to 10 different cars
So
are.
back in 2013, 14, I used those services because then again they charge you extra for the last mile connectivity. They will then move it to a smaller truck, and then
Correct.
that smaller truck will come all the way to your house or apartment, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so that is the reason I'm asking, how do they ship?
Yes, they ship in the large truck, and then there are two different options which we have. One is the open shipping. That means
Ah,
sometimes when you're driving, you will see all the vehicles like stacked on the
yeah,
truck.
yeah.
And then the other one is a
Then
closed,
you have a container type
the
thing.
container type. So the container type is 1.8 times more than the open shipping. So let's say if it is
Correct.
dollar per mile, that will be for open shipping, and it will be $1.80 per mile for the closed shipping. So if you have like super premium cars, some of our clients who are like buying like super luxury vehicles like Bentleys or Maseratis, they'll choose for closed shipping. Otherwise, open shipping is also fine as long as we take the proper insurance in place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got it. All right. So how do we get started?
Yeah, so to get started, this is a client requirement form which we have. I'll again share my screen here. It has just a few basic questions. I'll just quickly skim through it and then we'll come back and we'll fill it out. So we understand what kind of vehicle you are looking to purchase, the timeline for the purchase, the type of the range that is like 2025, 2022 or newer. What are the makes? What are the models? What are the...
One more
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
So because the radius that I'll be looking for will be much smaller, right?
Okay.
Not countrywide and all of that. So I'm not going to go crazy here. So that said,
Mhm.
I am undecided between leasing and buying a pre-owned certified.
Sure. So we can choose all three.
So the value analysis
Mm.
that you showed me a certain Excel, right?
Yeah.
Uh, so the value analysis engine that you have, or the algorithm that you have, uh, yeah. So how do you like? Do you have like? I'll give you one question, right?
Yeah.
One question is, let's say we buy a certified pre-owned
Okay.
and you sell it after 3 years,
Hmm.
right? There will continue to depreciate in value, right? Let's say $1,000 a year, it continues to depreciate. But when you buy a leased, get a leased one, and let's say, see, eh, leasing is also a cycle. I mean, it has to end in you acquiring a vehicle. You keep on leasing, you keep on leasing, you keep getting newer vehicles, but the last one you'll keep, or you may or you may never. It's a philosophical thing, but what
Hmm.
I'm saying is you get it right. I mean, at the end of the day, you are acquiring that asset.
Absolutely.
Although you are although you are leasing it,
Yeah.
it is on the assumption that you will someday acquire it.
Yes, that is true.
So my question is this: the value that it loses, the leased vehicle. So if you convert the
Lease to
value
buy.
per day or per month, right? The value lost per month, will it be equivalent to value lost per month of a certified pre-owned? That kind of analysis do you do in these Excels, or like how do you determine value for money proposition in case of a leased
Correct. So
versus certified pre-owned?
yes, so value for money analysis happens on a one common condition, right? So we do VFM for all certified loans, or all new ones, or all lease ones. The one what you are asking, the variable, is you are adding one more variable to the equation. That is it better for me to lease this vehicle or to finance this vehicle? And if it is
Hmm.
finance, should I finance once it is certified? That is like, should I finance if it is like driven by one previous owner and then I'm buying it, or should I go for even a used one, which is not even a certified one? That is, there is no
Hmm.
scope for certification in that.
Use one, I don't want to go. That
Okay.
part I'm clear.
Okay,
Absolutely
cool.
clear.
All right. So
Yeah,
then our focus is whether I should go for a certified pre-owned financing or a new car leasing. Now the
correct.
answer to this again depends on the which make and model you are doing. There is no standard answer. So for
Hmm.
example, just 3 days ago, one of our
No,
client,
no, that's not my question. My question is, do you have tools to help me decide that
yes,
by
we have
comparing
tools
the actuals? I understand that it is situational. It depends on
correct,
the model, makes, the availability,
because
everything.
there are
Immediately.
incentives by the manufacturer on the new leasing
Correct.
options.
On the new leasing option. I understand that.
And
And there are a lot of.
there are no incentives for the certified pre-owned. And in certified pre-owned, I would recommend you to finance. There are certified pre-owned
Hmm.
leasing options are there also, but those leasing options are always more expensive than leasing a new vehicle on a lease. The reason being is
If
there
you are
are
going
two
for
steps.
certified pre-owned, you have knocked off the depreciation. So it is better to just buy it, no? Because somebody else has taken the depreciation.
Yes, yes, but we do get certain clients who says, should I go for a CPO lease? And our recommendation is no, based upon
They probably want to have even lesser monthly
monthly payments, right?
payment.
Yes, yes.
No. Okay, I'm more interested in value because
In that.
see, I'm monthly payment is one thing. Of course, it has to be acceptable to your cash flow hit,
Yeah.
right? However, it can't be at the cost of when you actually sell it,
Mm,
right? Or you surrender it. You have paid more on a per month basis than what it deserved.
yes. Uh, uh,
That is my.
It depends upon what leasing structure you are going at, because
Hmm,
certain people, what they do is they keep a very, very, very high residual value. That means
hmm,
after the 36 months, after let's say 10,000 miles a year or 12,000 miles a year, whatever options that they choose, if they decide lease to buy L to B option, then for them to make the payment in order to either financing or pay it outright is much higher. And
hmm,
vice versa, if you keep the residual value to the minimum, then your monthly lease is little bit higher. But then at the time of acquisition of the vehicle after 36 months, you are at a much better rate because you will have more capital value on the vehicle than the market selling price. What I mean by that, you will end up on a positive note. Sometimes what happens in leasing is people lease at such a low rate that after 36 months, if they want to buy it, they cannot buy it. Because in order
hmm,
to buy it, the value of the vehicle, for example, to purchase will be 35,000, but if they plan to go and sell it in the market, it will only be 25,000. So in
hmm,
those cases, we don't recommend the folks who are on lease to change it to lease to buy. We let them know that after 36 months, just return the vehicle back, and then when
hmm,
you're planning for the new lease, let's start the engagement in a much better capacity because we can help you before you sign that legal paper. Once the
hmm,
paper is signed, there is no way for us to make any exemptions or any changes unless there is force majeure, which is like extreme
hmm.
cases, which is not possible, right? And so leasing is an art, we call it. And again, leasing is definitely helpful for people who have multiple businesses because they can use it as a tax write-off, as a cost to the business, etc., etc. I believe that's not in your case, right?
Yeah, no, no.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, yeah.
I'll just be leasing one vehicle or
One vehicle, correct.
buying this one house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then also in leasing, there are certain nuances which we have to keep in mind. The monthly amount is much less than the financing, even sometimes for the certified pre-owned, if you just compare what is going out of your pocket. But then in leasing, there is miles which is limited. So you have to be very, very cautious with respect to not exceeding the miles. The dealership by default will give you 40 cents per mile penalty if you exceed the miles as per the agreement. So we also
Hmm,
work and we also negotiate with the dealership to bring it down to as low as 15 cents per mile. And it's a tough uphill battle for us to do it with the dealership because they know that they will be losing money if they bring down that cents per mile cost. Then the
hmm,
second cost which you have to be aware is the disposition fee, because when after 36 months when the dealership will get the vehicle back, they have to service the vehicle, they have to do the fixture uppers, etc. So they charge you as the lease person when you are returning it. That disposition fee again varies from $400 all the way to $1,500, and it's written in the seventh page in a very, very small tiny clause, right? And so people will quickly sign it thinking that they got a very good lease price, but they don't factor in all these small nuances which are coming in.
These are surprises waiting for the end of the 3 years.
Yes, and we unfortunately we get people calling us and saying now they are stuck, they have sent this lease paperwork. Sometimes I've even got calls where people start crying, but that's too late for us to help them. So we are working towards having it before something happens, just like this is the right time. Before you purchase, it's the perfect time for us to review everything, think rationally, and then make the very sound and judicious call for us to be in a better state by either leasing or financing a vehicle. Coming back to one more and the final point of leasing, I'm talking some of the drawbacks of leasing here, and I'll also talk some of the drawbacks of financing, and then we'll compare the two. Is that if something happens, touch wood, but if something happens, let's say you are at a marketplace, or let's say you are at a movie, and someone does the like bumper end or fender bender or anything like a scratch, you have to get that fixed at the dealership only. They will not accept a third party fixes. That means you can't take it to Jiffy Lube, Discount Tire, or any other place to get it fixed, right? No third party is allowed. It's written in the contract, but we don't read
Yeah,
it, unfortunately. And people think,
yeah,
okay, I'll go to a nearby shop and I'll get it fixed. They will quickly find it. And in fact, they'll do a penalty on that. So,
yeah,
and the another challenge is to fix it at the dealership is very, very expensive compared to a third party, right? So leasing is only useful to people who are very, very light drivers, who are sure that after 3 years they are going to give it back, who are okay if some miles are exceeded, or they are comfortable spending $2,000 to $3,000 in getting it fixed before handing it back to the dealership. Now, coming to
yeah.
the financing side, if you are planning to keep the car for long term, I 100% recommend going for financing, because currently, with your situation, you are not going to get any leasing advantage because we are not owning any business. You cannot do a tax write-off. You cannot use car as the business for the lease. With financing, you have a flexibility that from day one you are going to own the vehicle. That means you are moving towards ownership rather than paying a high leasing amount to just lease it for a certain time. There is no cap in terms of the miles driven on the vehicle. If some light scratches happens, that is at your discretion if you want to fix it or if you want to keep it. I have multiple scratches on my car, I don't care, right? Because I am just keeping it and it's for my own sake. And the fourth option is when we are going to get the certified pre-owned, it still gives you a peace of mind because it comes with a standard manufacturer warranty, which is typically up to 100,000 miles or 4 years, etc., etc. And then we have an option to purchase extended warranty, not at the time of the purchase, but just a month before when the warranty is going out. At that time, you can decide whether you want to take an extended warranty or you are okay without having a warranty and continuing with your car.
Now there is this set of people,
Yeah,
including Mr. Somani, uh, who believe that why do you want to acquire a depreciating asset? Right? This is finance jargon. So just lease it, use it, pay for usage, and be done with it.
be done with.
When
Correct.
you're off, you know, you have used it. That was the cost of having a vehicle in the family, right?
Mhm.
That is a cost per month. It's a fixed liability. And anyway, you are not going to go to Niagara and do cross country things on I-95, etc. So,
Yeah,
and you also get the luxury of new vehicle.
absolutely.
Always, always new model. You can always be in trend, etc. So, how do you address that notion? How, like, what about that? I mean, you can have a luxurious, better vehicle for lesser monthly pay?
Correct. So if you're looking for the premium cars like Mercedes, Beamers, Porsches, and everything,
Yeah,
it's much better to lease than to finance because
yeah,
in financing it will be four digit amount per month, 1,000,
But if some accident happens, let's say some fender bender happens, it will set you back, no? Like,
it will set you back, of course. But for business owners, it's very simple. They will again use that fixing cost of that leased vehicle as again a business expense.
uh,
Yeah, right.
because it happened during the course of the business. Okay.
Yeah, it happened
Yeah.
during the course of business. So I was driving for a meeting and it happened during the course of
Mm.
business, right? Anything
Yeah.
which they have to pay to a dealership is considered to be an expense. And an expense and something which then they use it towards writing off as an expense. Now, coming to your point, including Mr. Sumani, we have done the deal. I know that what car and at what price and how we have negotiated. I can share his document. He will be super comfortable as well. But the point is that everyone has their own preference, right? When you are even doing a certified financing, you are at your will. After 1 year, you can again sell the car. Again, in leasing, people think that you can have a refresh every 3 years. When you are financing, you can have a refresh every year because
Mm.
you are not even in a contract, right? Let's say today I financed one car at $40,000. After 1 year, let's say considering the depreciating value of it. In fact, we have a depreciating calculator on our website also. I can go through it. We have built it, we have worked on it, we have worked multiple numbers on it, and it's the third highest page views on our website after the out the door calculator. So people use the depreciating calculator like understanding the pricing and analytics on the vehicle. Coming to that, you buy it at 40K, you sell it at 35K. In 1 year, you would have made the payments, let's say $500. So 12 times 5, $6,000 payment you made. The car depreciated $5,000. You are still in a good state. You sold it, you use that $35,000 again towards the next car, right? Either as a financing, leasing again, or as a down payment, or anything along those lines. So each has their own pros, each has their own cons.
But
As
financing has one more issue.
yeah,
It just occurred to me. So if you can clarify this. Since I'm in the settling down phase,
yeah.
I don't have down payment ability to that much of an extent.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, are there like, I don't know, India mein, you get 100% finance, 95% finance options. You don't literally have to do any down payment many times. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh, is down payment a thing here? How much of a down payment you have to do?
No, it again varies dealership to dealership, or again on. So if we talk about in leasing, there are options to get it at zero down lease options. In
Hmm.
financing, of course, it will not be at zero down. Dealership do expect some amount of financing. Typically,
To
we
what extent?
Yeah, typically we recommend to do to take that amount of taxes, which is like, let's say in New Jersey it is 9 or 10% right now. That amount should be that equivalent amount for us to be made as a down payment, because we value that there is no point on paying interest on the taxes, right? So if it is like, let's say you are getting a $40,000 car, typically we consider that as 10%, which includes all the registration, document fee, etc., etc. So $4,000 can be good
Your
enough
down payment.
for a down payment like that. But considering the type of the vehicle you are looking at, if you think, okay, that I don't want to do this much of a down payment, or it's much better for me not to even shell out a single dollar right now because I want to be super, super vigilant about it, then I would definitely recommend for us to look at leasing options, especially where manufacturers are pushing zero down leasing right now in the market.
Hmm.
Yeah, but again, Indian sense, if you are not paying directly, like touching your ear like this, the dealership and manufacturers know that they will touch your ear like this. At the end of the
Hmm.
day, you are paying either in one way or the other way.
In leasing, let me ask you one final question.
Yeah.
in leasing, philosophically and theoretically, you lease a new vehicle for 3 years, correct?
Correct.
Something like that. Now, the manufacturer has to recover the depreciation from somewhere,
Yeah.
and that will be the first leasing person.
No, not. They look at the overall, I would say, the car aspect. So they definitely recover from the first person who are leasing it, but then they
Hmm.
are also able to make the money through the interest on the lease that you are going
Hmm.
to pay. The second one is the servicing, what you will be doing at that dealership. There is also a proportionate component which goes back to the dealership, but the dealership has already paid to the manufacturer, okay, at the time of your transaction. The third is once the vehicle is coming back after 3 years, that's for sure. The dealership will again sell it back in the market, and that is also the time that they are going to make money. So there are multiple instances, which is when the dealership, the manufacturer, the leasing, that is the lien company, are making sure that they are covering their cost, and also they have certain profits and margins in place.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. So, what is the next step, Neil?
Yeah. So, as you are looking at on a very, very high level, for every make and model, what will kind of go through it as a market research, will give you both the leasing monthly price, okay, what are the incentives there, and you will find a very similar, a certified pre-owned one, which is 1, 2, 3 years old, and we'll also give you the monthly price for that. And then collectively we can review, we can again go through pros and cons specific to that make and model, and then
Hmm.
make that final call. All
Hmm.
right. On one and final note, before we progress to the client requirement form, we also have certain clients who specifically come and say that I want to only buy a certified pre-owned leased vehicle. So someone who has driven that vehicle for 3 years, after that, the
Hmm.
moment they give it back to the dealership, that is the only vehicle they want to purchase. And those savvy buyers
Purchase.
purchase, I mean, yeah, finance after 3 years of the lease. So let's say
So, this is like a certified pre-owned leased.
certified pre-owned leased vehicle only.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, so they're buying it.
yeah, they will be buying it
They
because
will be buying it because it has lost its
three
depreciation
years of
already,
depreciating value, plus it
and it
was
was probably a single owner, single
single owner
driver.
leased vehicle only, and
Hmm.
typically they know that a leased vehicle by a single
Would have been already serviced only at the authorized blah vagara blah blah. It
blah
would
blah.
have been taken care because of the lease clauses.
Correct. Yes, yes. So again, everyone has their own
And the leased vehicle will also have mileage caps.
mileage cap. So they know that they are going to purchase a vehicle which is driven between 30,000 to 40,000 miles.
So this is the people who want to be assured of what they're getting,
Correct.
as opposed to you going and asking for a certified pre-owned. Because let's be honest, Neil, I mean, all kinds of manipulations happen at the dealership level. Okay. So
Yeah.
if they want to erase a history of a vehicle, they can do that.
I mean, they can do it on the Carfax, but here is one thing which I share.
Ah,
For every pre-owned, we have 4 steps of due diligence process, which I was yet to bring it to our discussion. But good point that you brought
sure.
it up. One is the
Yeah.
Carfax, which can be manipulated. We all know that. Second one
Yeah.
is the dealership inspection report. So let's say if a car is getting sold by the dealership second time, that is, there is one or two previous owner, they have to do the service at the dealership, and they will have a 110 point or 116 point inspection report. Again, that can be manipulated, right? Because it's a dealership service center. They can change anything
Yeah.
they want. Third thing, which is most important, is we do a PPI. It is called a pre-purchase inspection report. It is done by a third party standard agency which is not affiliated with the dealership. Their well trained mechanic or an engineer will walk into a dealership, will pull that car, will take it for a spin, and they will do all level of inspection, including engine, transmission, and other necessary parts. And then at the end of the day, they give us a detailed report. Now, this report is what we as a concierge rely and trust, because we will be paying, that is our client, that is you will be paying to get that inspected. So we don't recommend to do it on every vehicle. It is just that final step before we are going to wire the money or before we are going to sign the paperwork. This is an option what we recommend our clients who are looking for a pre-owned vehicle to go for PPI. Okay,
Hmm.
that is third. And finally, as like in medicine, we have expert opinion or a second opinion, right? I come from a healthcare background. That's my profession, which actually takes
Okay.
care of my bread and butter, right? So the fourth is what we call a local mechanic inspection. So a person who is in the vicinity of that area, who has the expertise, especially for that make and model, we ask them to also go to the dealership and do the inspection. And as they are in the nearby of that region, they have the sound understanding of the dealership practices. So we typically ask them, hey, do you trust this dealership? What is their written policy? Like, what is the quality of the vehicles that they're selling in the market? So they have, like the neighbor talks essentially. So we get that first hand information from that person. So by doing this four step, of course, the first two can be manipulated, but we still collect that so that we can compare apples to apples with our PPI and then the final local mechanic.
And that is as part of your service only,
Yeah,
right?
that is as part of the service. The additional cost is directly paid from your end to their account. We don't take any fee on that front. We just recommend that these are the options. You can go ahead and do it.
Oh, so whether it is a Carfax subscription or
No, Carfax will
a
provide. We have a Carfax
you pro.
subscription. As many
Yeah,
Carfax reports you want, we'll take care of it. As many
that is what.
dealership
Because if I
inspection.
buy it, I only get like three VIN
Correct.
numbers,
We
five
never
VIN numbers.
recommend you to buy it because we are paying anyways on a monthly basis, right?
Yeah.
Dealership inspection report comes at no cost because it's mandatory by a dealership to share that information, but they only share to savvy buyers who are asking for it. So we
Hmm.
ask for it and we get it. The third is PPI and the fourth is local mechanic. Now, both of their costs is about $100 to $200 each.
Hmm.
But that is at your discretion whether you want to do it or not. So there are two services which where we coordinate and where we facilitate and where we do the communication aspect. One is the inspection and one is the shipping and the logistics. But any cost associated with these two services is directly borne by the client and paid directly to that vendor or supplier
So inspection and shipping, the cost will be with the buyer.
with the buyer. But we'll facilitate, we'll coordinate. There is no additional fee from our side for that. Yeah.
Understood.
And before even we take those two steps, we'll be at a very final step to make sure that the cost we are going to bear justifies the value coming out of it. So, for example,
Well,
yeah,
in my case, I will try and avoid any shipping uh,
okay,
this.
yeah,
You
sure.
know,
We will look at
I
within
think I think
6 months.
I think 50, 70 mile radius should be ample to get a car.
Yeah, especially in New Jersey, New York, it's not a case.
Yeah.
But for certain states like Idaho, Iowa,
Yeah.
Montana,
Yeah.
that we face
You have
challenges.
to increase radius. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is all the things, and if you're looking for certified, we also ask the dealership to share the
See,
certificate.
the only reason I am not binding myself to a certified leased pre-owned um, is who knows, we may get a better 2024 model,
Absolutely. Yeah. Um, yeah,
right? Uh,
and that's correct because we again on that same note again
the
personally.
moment it comes out of the showroom, the depreciation is knocked off,
Yeah.
right?
More than
So
10% depreciation is knocked off. Yeah.
not knocked off. So I think that is a wise thing to keep your options open as
Yeah.
long as there is no unnecessary history, if it is an accident car and this things like that and the dealer erased stuff, they do all sorts of stuff here. I know
But
that
it's
in
very
millions.
difficult these days now. It's becoming better
Huh.
and better. Yeah.
But people, especially white people, they'll do it.
Every color of people do it. It's not just white or brown or
No,
black.
but they know all these back doors
Yeah,
is what I meant.
correct.
I went to there was a I told you I owned a CRV, right?
Yeah.
There was a small, very tiny accident.
Okay.
Okay, it just cracked the front bumper,
Oh, just touched, or maybe yeah.
hairline,
Airline. Okay.
but the bloody thing had to be changed. No, I mean there is no way. It's a
Wow.
plastic part,
Yeah.
and then it had to be like so I asked that fellow, like, how do I make sure? So they charge extra for keeping it out of the Carfax and all.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. They would
So
have
this was
that
in this
vehicle
was in
service.
Naperville in 2014,
Okay.
2015. Huh.
2015. Okay.
Because I didn't get it fixed till the moment I had to sell it because you can't tell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's so tiny, just a hairline.
Okay.
Uh, but anyway, so that is some history on this Carfax and all this nonsense. So I know that dealers can do whatever.
Yes, yes, yes. And if we keep our options open, we'll definitely get 2024, 2023, even sometimes 2025 options because there are people
Yeah,
who will do market research, but then they will get on a lease or they will even finance it or pay it outright in cash. But after 3 months or 6 months, it will not fit the requirements or they will have certain family like situations where
yeah,
they have to upgrade to a bigger car, right? Or they will
yeah,
have to move cross country and then they no longer need the car. So then they'll sell it to the back to the dealership. So we can pick
yeah.
up those vehicles. Yes.
All right. So we
Cool.
want to proceed with the
Yes. We'll start with the
requirement.
yeah, we'll start with the requirement.
Sorry about that.
No, no, that's completely fine.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what we have. So I'll just go for the all three options. We'll again review. What is the timeline? You mentioned that you have a rental. If you can give a date, it will be very helpful.
Within, oh, see, I mean, I can pay you only after 15th, the balance. Uh,
That's okay. I want you to get the car. You can pay later. No rush. Mhm.
no, no. So, so around 15th would be
Okay.
perfect,
Okay.
right?
On or before August 15th. Sure. So,
Actually, make it 14th.
okay. Okay. Noted.
Yeah, 14th or 12th, 13th. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So that will be within 2 weeks, essentially. Yeah. Any particular year range? So should we look for 2024 or newer?
I think 2022 or newer.
Okay, so let's come. Let's have everything. Yeah. Particular make options you are looking at?
I'm not fully on top of the US models, etc. I think, for example, a CRV,
Mm-hmm.
they have launched the CRV look, right?
Yes.
I think it changed in 22 or 23.
It did change because a lot of people were saying that it's a very uh, old looking, not so savvy looking car. So Honda did a complete facelift on that.
Correct. The latest look, I think that got changed in 23 or something. So let's keep that as a cutoff.
Okay, okay. So for every make and model, we'll keep. So Honda is one you are. If you can just let us know, are you looking at sedans? Are you looking at crossover SUV?
SUVs, which are like Honda CRV,
Okay.
in the
S
same class as CRV. Yeah.
yeah. So we'll be looking at Toyota here. Then we can look at
Yeah,
uh,
like a RAV4,
Kia, Hyundai.
a Hyundai. Yeah.
Um,
So, so again, this
hmm.
is the part when I'm getting slightly confused by some of the.
Your voice is cutting in and out, Raghu.
Yeah. So this is this
Little
is
better.
where I
Yeah.
am I audible now?
Yeah, yeah, much better.
Yeah. So this is so the make and model, right? So there is this Desi tag with Hondas and Toyotas. Some people say, yeah, again after so many years you are coming. Why don't you go for Germans or you know something like that? So I have mixed feelings about that. I don't know how much of carefree we can be.
Mm-hmm.
But
Uh,
the need is like a CRV. We need a reliable workhorse, which is simple, no nonsense. All those attributes, I don't think Germans, they look savvy, they look sexy, they are fast and all of that.
mhm.
But are they reliable family workhorses? They're not, right?
They're getting better at this. I would say it's see you can't compare Toyota and Honda to Beamer and Mercedes in terms of reliability, in terms of
Yeah,
going to places and that is miles and miles, right? A Toyota
yeah,
vehicle will be as good and as decent condition even if it is like driven like 200,000 miles. But if you look
yeah,
at Beamer after 80,000 miles, it's like losing its life.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So that's the biggest difference. But of course, it comes with the look, the panache, the interiors,
yeah,
the are you able to see this spreadsheet?
yeah, I am.
Yeah. So this is one of
Sorry, I'm not able to come on camera at the
That's okay.
moment,
That's okay.
but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So this is one of our client. Let me just zoom in a little bit. He
Hmm.
wanted a luxury coupe model, but
Yeah,
was not sure like what's the budget, what's the range, what's like trending out there. And
right.
what our team did is that we listed down the make, the model, what is the
Hmm.
starting price, and a reference listing. And then we requested him to put down his comment. Okay. So you can
Yeah.
literally see like he put down all not interested, but given the
Hmm.
fact that we did Mercedes, Beamer, Porsches, Genesis, Lincoln, Audi, Land Rover, Cadillac, Volvo, Lexus, Maserati, Alfa, and Jack. So eventually he found something which he felt pretty better, which was on Porsches, right? Cayenne
Hmm.
and Genesis GV80, which he drove before, but
Yeah.
was especially looking at V6. So after carefully reviewing everything, we did the certified pre-owned. The reason I pulled up this, especially when you took a break, is very, very relevant and close to what you are seeking for. So then we did the certified coupe 2022, 2020, 2023, and then certified coupe 2021 as well. Then we looked at whether it has ventilated seats or not because that was very much mandatory requirement for him. All the availability status, MSRP, miles driven, different CPO pricing analytics. What is the price which has been lost? What is the out the door price? And what is the comment? So you can see that initial was 88,513 and we continuously kept negotiating to bring it down to 87,250 and then when he actually purchased we got him down to 86,000 all inclusive, right? And then we did something what we call here miles versus price analytics. Let me just zoom out a little bit, where for the same make and model, we looked at how many miles have been driven on the vehicle and what is the listed negotiated price. And this is a regression line. So anything below the red line is a good buy for us. So by just plotting this, automatically five options have been getting eliminated. And then we just had to play within these three options. So this is all the things what we'll be doing as a part of your experience.
So
So
what is a monthly? financing thing for, let's say, going by your percentage of financing portion, let's say somebody, what is like the out of the door cost of a CRV or a RAV4?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
Of
yeah, we refer again, it comes back. Let me just quickly ask you on the video that are you
Yeah.
looking for hybrid gasoline EV, which is one of the component which I did not ask, but I wanted to get that information from your end.
See, I think gasoline or EV is out of the question because it'll only be one vehicle, and coming from India, we are not very comfortable with EVs just
Hmm.
yet.
Okay.
So the range anxiety and the lot of newness,
Hmm.
to manage,
Correct.
and also the self-driving, it will spook me. you
Uh,
know, so I don't want to be thrown out of the comfort zone, if you will, right? So
correct.
it'll be either a hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think, I already am in an apartment where there is no plug-in hybrid infrastructure. I don't know if it exists in the apartment. It's a covered parking, with RFID gate doors and all. But uh, I don't think we can go for a plug-in hybrid also. I maybe a mild hybrid,
Mm-hmm.
uh, a strong hybrid, I think is okay. But again, I don't know what is it cost difference between a hybrid and a pure gasoline.
Yeah. So just on a high, like on a very high level note.
And that is the reason why we are here with you.
Absolutely,
Because
absolutely.
I don't have the time to do all this shitty research.
There is a lot these days, and there are so many
I
of.
just need a vehicle which is comfortable for the family, and I know that I'm not getting a bad deal. Those are my two objectives.
Yes, we will take care of that for sure. Sure. That will be taken care. Again, just to give you a very high level comparison, and we'll come back to the document, is that the hybrid
1,000 miles a month is a lot.
people do drive.
Huh?
People do drive that much.
But people do drive that much, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I think it's.
We get certain clients who will say, I am looking for a lease, but make sure it's 15,000 miles a year lease. So they expect
Hmm.
that they will be driving 45,000 miles in 3 years. Yeah.
यार वो भी है ना. It's like you want, see, they want to lease it and depreciate it much more, and than they would get from somebody else. So
Correct.
that is all the tussle there is, right? I mean, somebody wants to use more than you,
Hmm.
uh, right? And people want to use on others' behalf, like on account of others. So जो लीज करना चाहता है, the people who are giving for lease, they say don't drive too much. But people who are taking for lease, I want to drive a lot. Every mile that I want to drive, my per mile lease cost will be. I want to minimize that.
Minimize that.
Right? So sales guys, marketing guys, these guys, they would want to lease out, show
Realtors.
off
Yeah.
swanky new vehicle, and then drive it to the max.
Max. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
We have a lot of real estate brokers and realtors.
Real estate brokers, because they want to show off, right? They have to maintain that
That's their
shoshebazi.
lifestyle, right? Otherwise, they will not get their clientele. Yeah.
Client won't take them seriously if that fellow gets off a CRV. Right? So, yeah. Okay. All right. So I think that's
Yep, I filled out the form. I've submitted it. It will ping our client team. So
okay.
they will send you a welcome email. It has a client handbook in place. And so you can
Okay.
just go through it. It's like all the do's and don'ts. And it has a three level of escalation matrix, a third being me. So you have my number anyways, you directly call me. But just in case, that's a operating book which we have. And then in the next 2 to 3 working days, you will get the first set of all the inventory options.
So usually, how much of a discount do we get from MSRP?
Again, it varies model to model. So just this is a very good
Let's say
question.
on a CRV and a RAV4, let's say.
Let me, yeah, just a second. I'll address your question in a documented fashion. Just a second. 25.
And also, we pegged our monthly budget with a new car,
Yes, yes.
but we are going for a pre-owned certified.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would a pre-owned certified of the similar build that we saw, like the 42,000 CRV that we saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
We
Uh,
took a hybrid, right? We took a mild hybrid.
Difficult to say. The reason I'm saying you is this. Let me
Hmm.
just share you my screen and show you the internal tracking of savings what we have. All right. So let me just go here. So you can see here the vehicle name. Let me just zoom in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So,
this is fine. I can see.
yeah. So the vehicle name, which
Hmm.
service the client has gone for, the dealer
Yeah.
price, the final negotiated price, what is the client savings, how many days that the client was active, and how many hours we have helped them save. Right.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, Toyota RAV4 hybrid is something what you are looking for. 40,000 was the
Yeah.
dealer price, 38,061. So 2,399 was the saving. That doesn't mean that every RAV4 will be that. Again, it
Hmm.
varies which city, which state, what timing you are looking at. Mazda CX-5, this is the price, this is the negotiated price. And the way we are doing this, the dealer price, is not as I've shown you in the curation, right? We only then take the lowest negotiated price out of all the inventory and then we further negotiate onto this. Okay.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
when you are looking at our negotiated price at 34,000, there is definitely one dealership who is selling the same vehicle at $39,000 in the market.
Got it.
Yeah, so if we want to inflate the price, we'll just take the highest priced offer what we have received and the lowest negotiated price to show that there is a large savings. But to be very rational, we only take the lowest offer what we have received and even bring it down further.
Hmm.
But then again, you can see G-Wagon G63, $100,000 in saving. Rolls-Royce, $111,000 in saving. Lambo, which is like $45,000 in saving. Coming to some of the ones which you are looking at, RAV4, this is where $9,000 in saving. Kia Telluride, which is another SUV, $8,000 in saving. Audi S5 Coupe.
What is the reason for the difference in the
Yeah, so
two
every
and
month there is difference. BMW X7, $6,000 in saving, right? So that's the reason, right? We like from the business viewpoint, I even thought that okay, we can request client our fees based upon the savings what we are able to derive. So
Hmm.
that's the model what we have in the insurance part. Because in
Hmm.
insurance, your premium from one particular provider will be same as all the other things are same. What I mean by
Hmm.
this is let's say if you have a insurance from Geico and
Hmm.
your premium is $1,000 for simplicity. And now all your coverages, you can consider this as a constant. So you can come back to me and say, Neil, I want to lower my insurance premium, keep my coverages the same because I don't want to decrease my liability. I don't want to increase my deductible. I want all my medical liability to be the same. I want a comprehensive insurance because it's a new car. Now I can say, hey, I'm not going to charge you anything right now. Let me just collect your policy and get better quotations from multiple different insurance provider, be it Liberty Mutual, Progressive, State Farm, Allstate, etc., etc. And then we keep the coverages the same, and then we lower the insurance premium. And whatever amount we have lowered on your annual policy, as a concierge, as a negotiation part, we take 25% of your savings as our fee. What I mean by that is if you have $1,000 and if I bring it down to let's say $500, now on those $500, 25% of those $500 is $125. So our
Hmm.
insurance service fee is only $125 to help you save. And on the top of it, we monitor your insurance policy throughout the year because our
Right.
incentive lies in keep lowering your auto insurance policy so that every time we lower the policy, we are able to save you the money, but also we can collect the fees. So in
Got it.
that, we have created a success fee model because it's very transparent. All the variables are the same.
Showing how much you have saved is easier.
Yes. But in car, it is not the same. We have tried
It's not
multiple times.
black
It's
and white. No, no, it's
yes, yes.
not black.
So then we created a fixed fee model, a combination of cost savings plus the number of hours saved, ensuring a hassle-free and a seamless experience as our
No,
value.
no, this is good. Yeah, this is a good model, predictable model.
Mhm.
All right. So I think we have done our part, and so I'm assuming you'll send some sort of a payment link, Neil.
Yeah, I'll send you the payment link. Akansha on the team who gave you a call.
Okay.
Our accounts team will raise the invoice. She'll get the payment link. You can go ahead and make the payment. It will be based upon what we discussed on the call. And then
Yeah.
today we are just heading into now end of the day, Friday. The team will be wrapping up all the current set of client requirements by end of Saturday. So expect the
Yeah.
first set of updates by Monday afternoon. Just setting the expectations so that you don't feel like Neil had a call and then suddenly the team gayab
No,
ho
no, no,
gaye,
please.
right? So just wanted to make sure that we are there and you can call, text anytime. And but on the curation vehicle option updates will be on Monday afternoon.
So, can you show me some examples of before we leave,
Yeah.
just for the idea to keep my brain calm? Otherwise, I will do my own thing over the weekend and I will get into the thought bubbles and get some BP. Uh, so, so uh, uh, let's say a 23 or a 24 pre-owned Honda of similar trim. What would it cost? I mean, can you just quickly check
Yeah, yeah. I can
some
quickly check
popular
it.
site or wherever, like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So again, I
or
forgot.
your database? I would prefer your database rather than these other
No, so
uh,
our
places.
our database gets derived from 18 different online platforms.
No,
Plus,
no, your database has in somebody you helped recently
oh,
over there.
somebody we helped recently. Okay, let me just check.
Like a 23 CRV mild hybrid or like a, that hybrid trim that we
We looked at, right? Just a minute.
uh, so I'm just thinking, right? I mean, 42 to 44 is a new price.
Yeah,
What would
so
be
I found the exact one, Honda CR-V hybrid. We have done it. We have done many Hondas and Toyotas because those are always preferred.
hotcakes?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and also preferred by the client. So this is Honda CR-V hybrid. So you can see that the dealer total taxes, license fees was 46,000. We
yeah,
negotiated to 4,500 and $5,500 was saving, right? And then I can
right.
also look at like Hyundai Tucson SEL. It's also a nice SUV.
Yeah,
39,000 was the dealer price. This is with taxes, title, license, registration. Okay. So again,
right.
there is a lot of variation. Like in California, it's 10% tax. In Montana, it is 0% tax, right? So what is the
In
same?
New Jersey, I'm sure it will be high tax.
Yeah, yeah. New Jersey, 8 to 9% is the tax. Coming to Toyota RAV4 XLE Hybrid, 37,998, 36,799, $1,000 in savings. So when you see less dollars in saving, it's not that like there was not much, but by curation itself, by doing a detailed
No, no,
marketing,
I got that point,
we got
Neil.
it
I
down.
mean, I
Sure.
got that point. I got
So
that point.
Toyota
What I'm looking
Sienna,
for,
yeah.
so
Hyundai Kona is a compact one. Let's keep that. Audi Q4, Q5 is what you're, but this is a very old one. All right. So this are some of the options what we have. We have more options also. We negotiate savings on the GMC, which is one of the corporate client we have done. Yeah, like that. Then we have multiple other clients also. Yeah. So around 42,000 is what you can expect on a new
No,
one.
no, 42 is a new one.
Yeah.
So a similar 23 model, what would that cost?
23 model, just a minute. Let me just do that. Can you please repeat your zip code? 08540.
540.
Okay, fine. I'll just do the same search what I'm doing by sharing the screen. Just a minute. So this is cars.com. So I just did use Honda CRV hybrid, Princeton, New Jersey. All right. New 100 miles. This is your zip code. We will remove the shippable cars, which is typically the other ones. We'll look
Yeah.
at the sport one because that's something what you're preferring for. Okay, just a minute. And then we'll come to
कोई
the
sport बोलता है कोई trail बोलता है something, right?
yeah, yeah. But here
हाँ.
they will not have the trail option. We'll have to go inside and do it. Price will forget. We'll do 2023 or newer. Okay, and then we'll keep it less than 30.
32-35 के बीच में है सर. हाँ.
And then we will go something as the lowest price. All right.
Hmm.
So 2024 Honda CR-V Hybrid Sport, 27,000 is what we are looking at. All right.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. But again, we have to be careful. See, this is not sold by a Honda dealership. This is sold
Hmm.
by a large
It's not
integrated.
a certified pre-owned. It's just
Yeah,
a pre-owned.
this is just a pre-owned. We are just looking at pre-owns here, right? Certified pre-owned, they don't give an option here. Let me just see. That's again taken care by the team to make sure. So we are looking at around 30 plus for sure for minimum.
Yeah.
Yes, certified pre-owned is what. So if you are just looking for certified pre-owned, this is where again we'll go. We'll go to the Honda website. We'll go for the vehicle. Let's say we will go for the CRV. We'll go to inventory details. 08. Sorry. Can you please repeat?
540.
547. Now I will remember for sure. Let's come here. This is what we are doing. 9 matches similar to updates for the inventory sports hybrid. And then they are just asking us to get the quote. But then there'll be one more option. Just a second. Search inventory. Yeah. All right. Let me just go for this. Let me go for the sport hybrid. Yeah, it is not giving a proper options here. But typically, what happens in the main their platforms like Hondas and Porsches and others, they will give you the full inventory which is out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in that you can they typically the main manufacturer will give an option called certified. So in the pre-owned one, if we go,
Pre-owned. Yeah.
yes, 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 let's go for SUVs and car. Yeah, here we go. 085.
08540.
Yeah, yeah. Now it will be there. Yeah. See, this is what I was looking for. 1 minute. It's just loading here. Hmm. And then we'll go for a program mileage radius. We'll keep it at 100 miles. Okay. So 628 cars are available. Year will go for 2022 or 2023 or newer. Uh,
Yeah.
so Honda True certified, right? We'll go for
Hmm.
certified only. And then we'll look at the mileage, which is less than 30,000 miles. Hmm. Save everything and then type we are going for. And type we don't have to focus on vehicle. Yes, this is where we'll come to CRV. Okay. And then in model, all the we'll consider all, for example, for now, and then transmission is fine. Now we do something called dollar to dollar. Yeah. So this is what we are looking at, CRV. But this is the base model, right? All-wheel drive
Yeah.
EX. So this is where we are getting the sports one. So we'll go for the model. Let's see if we can go any sports. You were looking for the other one, which I'm looking at. The name is not coming here. Yeah, but trail sports. Yes, there we go. Okay, so yeah, this is the news for you. In 100 miles,
Hmm.
2023 or 2025, Honda True certified option, less than 30,000 miles driven, CRV all-wheel drive trail sport. According to Honda website, they don't have any available. But that
Yeah,
doesn't
I
mean
think
that it's
Rail Sport, I think they introduced recently only. I don't think it
yes,
was
yes.
there in 2023.
Correct, correct. So it's not there, right? But that doesn't mean that it's not there across New Jersey. It's just that in Honda website it's not there. We'll
Yeah.
have to now go through multiple Honda dealerships, cars.com, autotrader.com, cargurus.com, autolist.com, carfax.com, kbb.com, and so on to find those options and again connect with multiple dealerships.
Sure. I think the process is fairly clear now. I will look for Akansha's email
Yeah,
uh, to make that payment, and we'll go from there.
sure, sure. Thank you so much. We look forward to serving you. Welcome aboard.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Akansha and
Soumya.
Soumya.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Soumya.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yes.